was softer than my breaking heart. You didn't slam it, you just pulled apart. No angry words, no final fight, just silence falling through the night. Your suitcase waited by the stairs, like it had known we wouldn't make it there. I watched you fade from mine to gone, still wearing hope when hope was wrong. You said it's over, we both know, but I was never ready to let you go. I loved you past goodbye, past the tears I cried, past the lonely mornings when you weren't by my side. I loved you through the pain, through every sleepless night. Even when you walked away, I held on tight. You let me go and close the door, like we were never true. But even after goodbye, I still loved you. Your side of the bed stays cold and still. I reach for you, I always will. Your picture's face down on the floor, but I can't throw it out the door. Friends say time will make it fade, but time just sharpens what we made. Every promise, every kiss, now just a ghost I still can't miss. You found your freedom somewhere new, but my heart never stopped choosing you. I loved you past goodbye, past what we became, past the broken pieces and the silence in your name. I loved you through the truth that you were never mine. Even when you stopped believing, I kept the light alive. You turned your back like love was through, like we were just a phase. But even after goodbye, I loved you anyway. Did you stop loving me before you left? Were you already someone else? Was I the only one still fighting while you were quietly rewriting the ending to our story? I would have stayed through every storm, held your shaking hands till they were warm. But you chose a road without my hand, and I was left to understand. I loved you past goodbye, past dignity and pride, past the ache of watching you move on with your life. I loved you when it hurt, when breathing felt untrue. Even after goodbye, my heart still ran to you. I tried to hate you, tried to heal, but love doesn't vanish just because it's real. It lingers in the quiet air, in empty rooms and whispered prayers. I loved you past goodbye, past the final word, past the moment you decided I was no longer yours. I loved you through the fall, through every shattered view. Even when you stopped loving me, I kept loving you. You let me go so easily, like we were just a try, but I loved you past goodbye. I loved you past goodbye. Maybe someday I'll learn to let you But tonight I close my eyes and cry, because I loved you past goodbye. Your coffee cup is still by the sink, lipstick stain from last week. I haven't moved it, I don't know why. Maybe I'm scared to say goodbye. Your jacket's hanging on the chair, still smells like you were there. I walk around it every day, like if I touch it you'll fade away. This house still whispers your name, nothing here feels the same. You left without taking everything. You left me all these broken things. I stayed for the memory, even holding on to moments I knew I couldn't hold for long. I lived inside the echoes of what we used to be. You left for something better. I stayed for the memory. Still sleep on my side of the bed, still hear the words you never said, still leave a light on in the hall, like you might come back after all. I know your footsteps aren't real, but sometimes they still feel so near. I close my eyes and see your face in every empty space. I know I can't close that door. You moved on to somewhere new, but I'm still here with pieces of you. I stayed for the memory, even when it hurt to breathe, living in yesterday. Kept every promise you forgot so easily. You found a new tomorrow. I stayed for the memory. Ooh, maybe I was scared of letting go. Maybe I needed you to know that I would have stayed through anything, through every loss you're leaving brings. Maybe love doesn't disappear. Maybe it just stays right here, in quiet rooms and sleepless nights and tears I cry without a fight. I stay longer than I should, hoping somehow you would come back for the memory. Come back for what we were. Come back and tell me my heart was always yours. But silence is the only sound that answers when I breathe. You didn't stay for me. You left me with a memory. Now I talk to shadows on the wall. They're the only ones who hear me call. I hold on to what's no longer real, because it's all I have to feel. silence and fade away. One day I'll leave this place behind. One day I'll heal in time. But tonight I close my eyes and see the reason I stayed was the memory. You stopped saying my name like it mattered. Stop fixing the pieces that shattered. You used to talk till the morning light. Now you just turn away every night. I noticed first in the little things, the silence louder than anything. Your touch grew cold, your eyes unclear, but you never said why you disappeared. I was standing right beside you while you faded out of view. You didn't leave all at once. You left me inch by inch. I was still here, still holding on to you, still believing somehow we'd make it through. You were already gone, but I couldn't see it clear. You stopped loving me. Well, I was still here. I kept waiting for you to turn around, to hear you say you were still mine somehow. I memorized every part of your face while you slowly erased my place. I tried to fix what you wouldn't feel, tried to make broken moments heal. But love can't live where it's not returned, and hearts grow tired when they're left to burn. I gave you all of my truths while you were letting me lose. You stopped reaching for my hand before you let me understand. I was still here, still calling out your name, still fighting for love. You didn't feel the same. You walked away inside while I was drowning in fear. You stopped loving me. While you were still here, did you ever look at me and feel nothing at all? While I was building forever, you were letting it fall. I would've stayed through the darkness, through every tear you cried, but you chose to face the world without me by your side. And I didn't see the ending, even when it was near. You stopped loving me. Well, I was still here, soft, still whole, still whole. I was still here, soft, still soft. was all you'd ever need. Your heartbeat was my favorite sound. Now it's just silence all around. We used to talk about forever, like nothing could pull us under. But somewhere in the quiet at night, your arms stopped feeling like home. I kept believing in your eyes, even when they stopped meeting mine. I didn't see the end was near until I felt you disappear. You said love was worth the fight, but you gave up without goodbye. And love left me empty, with nothing but your name. A house full of memories and a heart full of pain. You took all the pieces that once made me whole. Now love left me empty, with a hole in my soul. Your jacket's still hanging by the door, like you might walk in once more. I tell myself I'll let you go, but my heart just won't let me know. The nights are longer than before. I lie awake staring at the floor, thinking of the way you smile, like I was worth your while. Did you stop loving me slowly, or did it leave all at once? Was I the only one holding on? Well, you were already done. I gave you everything I had. You left me with what we had. And love left me empty, like a promise unkept, like words you whispered that I'll never forget. You walked away lightly, like it didn't destroy me. Now love left me empty of who I used to be. I still replay our favorite song, still wonder where we went wrong, still reach across the bed at night, still hope you hold me tight. I would've stayed through every storm, through every tear, through every war, but you chose peace without me there, and left me drowning in despair. Maybe someday I'll feel okay, maybe I'll find another way, but right now all I see is what you took from me. Love left me empty, with your shadow in my mind, with broken dreams we left behind. You found a world without my heart, somewhere new, somewhere far, but love left me empty, right where you are. Try to breathe, but it feels so cold, like I'm half a story never told, like I gave you all my life, and now I'm lost in endless night. Love left me empty when you closed the door, like I was something you didn't need anymore. I gave you my forever, you gave me goodbye. Now love left me empty, with tears I can't hide. Love left me empty, but I'm still standing here, holding on to pieces of a love that disappeared. wasn't thunder, it wasn't rain, just quiet words that felt like pain. You sat across from me that night, with eyes that wouldn't hold mine tight. No shattered glass, no screaming sound, just something breaking without a sound. Your fingers trembled in your lap, while my whole world began to crack. You said, it's better this way, like love just slowly fades away. But I could feel the truth in your resistance. Love didn't die, you chose distance. The day you chose distance was the day I lost my home. You built a wall between us and left me here alone. No fight left in your silence, no tears left in your eyes. The day you chose distance was the day I forever died. I replay that conversation still, every pause, every word that killed. You said you needed space to breathe, but you took all the air from me. You used to reach for me at night, now you just turn away from the light. Your body close but miles apart, that's how you slowly broke my heart. I kept holding on to hope while you were learning how to let go. You stopped trying to fix the cracks while I was begging to bring us back. The day you chose distance was the day you let me fall. You stopped saying I love you like it meant nothing at all. No more future in your voice, no more warmth in your touch. The day you chose distance was the day you gave up on us. Did loving me become too hard? Did my heart leave you scarred? Or were you already walking away long before that final day? I would have stayed through every fear, through every doubt that brought you here. But you closed the door without a sound and let our promises hit the ground. The day you chose distance, I still chose to stay, holding on to memories that you threw away. You said it wasn't goodbye, but it felt just the same. The day you chose distance was the day love changed. I still sleep on my side of the bed, still hear the words you never said, still feel your absence like a bruise. Still losing you, still losing you. The day you chose distance was the day you let me break. You decided loving me was more than you could take. I would have crossed the ocean, I would have closed the space, but you chose distance over us, and I can't erase the day you chose distance. You walked away inside, and I've been standing in that moment ever since that night. Wasn't loud, it wasn't clear, just love dissolving into fear. The day you chose distance. I lost you while you were still here. We used to talk about forever, like it was ours to keep, like nothing in this world could steal it in our sleep. You held my shaking hand, said I was all you'd need. But love can turn so quiet when hearts begin to bleed. I saw the cracks between us before they turn to stone. I tried to pull you closer, but you were already gone. I was begging for a reason, you were looking for a way out. You didn't fight for us, you didn't even try. When the walls were falling down, you just let them slide. I was holding on to hope, you were letting go. You didn't fight for us, you just let me fight alone. I stayed up counting every word you didn't say that night. The silence felt much louder than any screaming fight. You stopped saying I love you like it cost too much to feel. And every time I reached for you, you slipped right through for real. I would have crossed the distance, I would have faced the pain, but you chose the easy ending and left me in the rain. I was crying for tomorrow, you weren't done with yesterday. You didn't fight for us, you didn't stand your ground when doubts were closing in. You never made a sound. I was begging you to stay, you were walking out the door. You didn't fight for us like we were worth no more. Did you stop loving me slowly, or was I the last to know? Were you already halfway gone while I was holding you close? Love isn't always easy, it bends, it breaks, it bruises, but it's supposed to be two hearts with nothing left to lose. I would have fought the whole world, 'cause you were by my side. But you lay down your armor and let our love just die. So didn't fight for us, you didn't take my hand when everything was falling. You didn't even stand. I was ready for the battle, ready to defend, but you how your hand fell in mine. One like forever safe in that moment in time. You said my name like it was something you keep. Now it just echoes when I'm trying to sleep. We drew our future in invisible ink. Spoke every dream before we had time to think. I wore your words like they were part of my skin, but now they fade every time I breathe in it. I kept every promise you made, even the ones you betrayed. You forgot our promises like they were never real, like love was just a moment, not something you could feel. You walked away so easily, left me in the dark. You forgot our promises, but they still live in my heart. I passed the places where we used to belong. Your shadow lingers, but the light is all gone. I hear your laughter in the back of my mind, a cruel reminder of the love I can't find. You swore forever like it meant something true, like there was no world where I lose you, but forever turned into a word you erased. Now I'm just someone you replace. I held on longer than I should, believing someday you would remember our promises, the ones you swore you'd keep, the nights you held me closer when I was scared to sleep. You said you'd never hurt me, you said you'd never leave. You forgot our promises, but they still breathe in me. Did you feel nothing when you let me go? Did your heart not break when you said goodbye slow? Was I just someone you needed back then, or was I your forever until you found them? I still hear you say I'll never leave you alone. Now I'm learning how to live on my own, with pieces of words that you left behind, scars that won't heal with time. You forgot our promises like they were made of air, like I was just a moment, not someone you'd always care for. But I remember every word, every tear, every kiss. You forgot our promises, but I can't forget like this. I still talk to you in empty rooms, still reach for you in silent gloom, still believe in the ghost of us, even when it hurts too much. You forgot our promises, but I gave you all of me, every hope, every dream, every fragile piece. You say your arms are somewhere I could hide. Now they're just empty space beside. I heard the change before the words came out. Felt your love turn into doubt. You stopped looking into my eyes, like you were learning how to say goodbye. I kept pretending nothing changed while you were slowly slipping away. I was reaching for your hand, you were letting go again. You let me fall when I needed you the most. You watched me break and never held me close. I was standing on the edge, trusting you somehow, but you let me fall, and you won't catch me now. I remember every promise you made, every forever that started to fade. You built me up with gentle hands, then left me there to barely stand. I tried to be enough for you, tried to believe your love was true, but every time I needed proof, you turned away and hid the truth. I was fighting for your heart while you were tearing mine apart. You stopped believing in our flame, but I kept burning just the same. You let me fall without a word, without a sound. You watched my world crash into the ground. I was calling out your name, but you never came around. You let me fall and let my heart break down. Did you feel nothing watching me cry? Did you stop loving me deep inside? Was I just someone you outgrew, someone you didn't need to hold on to? I would've stayed through every storm, kept you safe, kept you warm, but you chose to walk away and left me lost in yesterday. You let me fall when I was too weak to stand. You let me go when I needed your hand. You didn't try to pull me through, didn't care at all. You let me fall, you let me fall. Now I'm learning how to breathe alone in a life that I don't even know, picking up pieces of who I was before I lost myself in us. You let me fall when love was all I had. You watched me lose everything we had. I would've given you my soul, given you my all, but you didn't stay. You let me fall, you let me fall, and that's the deepest scar. Not that you left, but who you really are. I was yours when I was breaking down, but you were nowhere to be found. used to look at me like I was home, like you never leave me here alone. Your hands would find mine in the dark, like you were protecting my heart. But something changed and now you stay. Your warmth began to drift away. You still were here, but not the same. You stopped saying my name. I felt it first in your embrace, the way you left that empty space. You didn't leave all at once, you just stopped loving me enough. You loved me less, I felt it in your touch. You stopped holding on, you stopped needing us. I was still giving you my best, while you gave me what was left. You didn't stop loving me, you just loved me less. You stopped asking how I feel, like my pain wasn't something real. You stopped fighting for my heart, like letting go was easier than us. I stayed up waiting for your call, you didn't notice it at all. I memorized your fading voice while you were making your choice. I tried to be who you needed most, but I was just your ghost. You were already saying goodbye without looking in my eyes. You love me less, I heard it in your tone. You stopped saying forever, like it was over and done. I was still holding on to hope, still believing in your breath. You didn't stop loving me, you just loved me less. Did you even notice me breaking? Did you see my heart was shaking? I would have stayed through every scar, but you stopped loving who we are. Love isn't supposed to fade this way. It isn't supposed to slowly decay. It isn't supposed to leave one behind while the other quietly says goodbye. You love me less until there was nothing left, just silence where your love once slept. I was still yours, still holding on, but you were already gone. Now I talk to memories instead of you. They're the only ones that still feel true. I gave you all I had to give, you gave me less to live. You love me less, and that's what broke my heart. Not that you left, but how you fell apart. I was still loving you with every breath, while you were giving me less and less. You didn't fight, you didn't confess, you didn't hate me, you just loved me less. And somehow that hurt more than goodbye, watching your love slowly die. You didn't leave me in one moment's breath, you stayed and loved me less. I remember how the room felt cold, even though your hand was in mine to hold. You wouldn't look me in the eyes like love was something you had to hide. Your suitcase stood there by the door, like it had known before I knew for sure. I tried to find the words to say, but silence took your place that day. I felt your heart already gone, while mine was still holding on. You didn't break me with goodbye, you broke me with your quiet sigh. You walked away from me like I was never home, like all the love we built was easy to let go. I was still calling out your name, still begging you to see. You walked away from us, you walked away from me. I still replay that moment now, the way you left without looking down, like I was someone you outgrew, like love was something you didn't choose. Your shadow faded down the hall. There was the night I lost it all. I stood there frozen in the pain, waiting for you to turn again, but you never looked behind. You left my heart in time. I would've stayed through every storm, but you stopped trying to hold on. You walked away from me without a single tear, left me with the silence and all my fears. I was still loving you with everything in me. You walked away from hope. You walked away from hope. You walked away from me. Did you feel lighter when you left? Did you feel freedom in your chest? Or did you carry pieces too of everything we used to do? I would have given you my life, stayed with you through every night, but love can't live when only one is still holding on. You walked away from me, but I'm still standing here, holding on to memories that won't disappear. You left me in the dark with nothing left to see. You walked away from love. You walked away from me. You walked away from me. Now the door stays closed every night, and I'm alone with this endless fight between letting go and holding on to someone who's already gone. You walked away from me like I was easy to leave, like I was someone you didn't need. I gave you all I had, every hope, every dream. You walked away from forever. You walked away from me. You walked away from me and took my world with you. Now I'm learning how to live with what you put me through. I still hear your footsteps in my mind, still see your shadow in the light. You walked away from me, and I never said